Welcome to the deep dive. We're peeling back the layers today on what it really means to be a creator online right now. If you've ever thought, that content creation is just about hitting publish and maybe crossing your fingers, well, this deep dive might just fundamentally shift your perspective, because in this totally overflowing digital world, the real challenge isn't just creating, it's making stuff stand out, connect, and actually, grow. So today we're really embarking on a journey to unpack exactly that. Our source material for this is it's a really fascinating blend. We've got some incredibly practical, really actionable advice from, some of the top creators and strategists out there. But we're also digging into these profound shifts in the internet's own architecture, the stuff that's completely redefined the whole landscape for online creativity.
Right. And our mission here, for you listening, is really to distill the most important insights, maybe some surprising facts, about what it actually takes to build a thriving online presence today. We want to get beyond the sort of common misconceptions. So by the end of this, you won't just have tactical how-to tips, hopefully. You'll grasp the bigger picture, where online creativity is heading. So you'll understand not just what to do, but maybe more importantly, why it matters in this constantly evolving ecosystem.
Okay, so let's start there. Let's unpack this idea that what happens after you upload is just as important, maybe even more important, than the video itself. Dan, the creator, suggests this is a really common trap, especially for smaller creators. They publish, maybe share it once.
And then hope for the best.
Exactly. And often, the video just fizzles out, gets no traction. It implies success isn't just creation, it's the strategy afterwards.
Yeah, and that takes us right back to the very foundations of online creativity. Think back, way back to Web 1.0. That was mostly static, right? Read-only pages.
Just websites, basically.
Pretty much. Then, early 2000s, Web 2.0 hits. This whole broadcast yourself era, platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they really emerged. And for early creators like Jack Conte, the CEO of Patreon, this felt like actual magic.
Magic, how so?
Because for the first time, you could just easily participate, post, tweet, upload. And that simple subscribe button on YouTube, foundational. Absolutely foundational. It shifted everything from just fleeting reach to building a sustained direct following, a real channel for your future work.
And you can really see the power of that early follow in Jack Conte's own story. It's quite amazing. He talks about grinding for years, playing to literally empty bars, struggling.
Yeah.
No fans.
The classic musician struggle.
Totally. Then he starts uploading these homemade videos to YouTube showing his recording process, and suddenly, bam, thousands of views.
A huge difference from empty bars, I bet.
Night and day. And what's really striking is back in 2008, he starts a separate channel, Pompous, with his girlfriend. He just links to it from his main channel, and almost instantly, Pompous gets 3,000 subscribers.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. It shows, as he says, followers literally follow you wherever you go.
Yeah.
And the engagement was intense. People made Pompous soap.
Soap? Seriously?
Seriously. Submitted hundreds of fan-made album covers. Once, 200 people crammed into a tiny laundromat for a show meant for 60. That, for him, was pure magic, that connection.
That deep connection, yeah. It connects beautifully to Kevin Kelly's essay, right? 1,000 True Fans.
Oh, yeah, classic.
It's such a simple, powerful premise. You don't need millions of fans. If you can find just 1,000 people, true fans, willing to buy about $100 worth of your stuff a year.
That's a $100,000 business right there.
Exactly. And true fans, they're the ones who go deep. They buy the merch, come to the shows, download everything, pay for courses, buy live stream tickets.
They're invested.
Totally invested. We've seen incredible examples. Jack Conte's fans raised over $100K for his wife's record from just 2,000 people.
Oh, amazing.
And another time, fans donated 11,000 books worth $140,000 to a school district just for a free album. These aren't just fans, they're your core community, your champions.
Okay, so that direct connection, building that core following, it sounds like it was, foundational. But then things started to shift, didn't they, moving into the 2010s?
Yeah, definitely. Jack Conte calls this the decade of ranking.
The decade of ranking.
Okay, Facebook started playing with algorithms, analyzing post engagement, pushing less engaging stuff down.
Right, so it wasn't just chronological anymore.
No. And YouTube followed around 2012, focusing heavily on watch time. Then Twitter, Instagram, they launched their own ranked feeds in 2016. And this basically started to break that direct line, that promise between creators and followers.
So even your loyal subscribers might not see your stuff.
Exactly. That whole concept of a direct subscription or follow, it just started to weaken.
That's a huge shift.
It was profound. because it subtly, or maybe not so subtly, forced creators to think differently. Instead of just, what do I want to make? It became, what will the ranking algorithm favor?
Ah, right. You start creating for the platform's goals, not just your own vision.
Precisely. And what's really telling is this wasn't just hitting individual creators. Big media companies, Vice, BuzzFeed, they struggled with these algorithmic changes too.
So it wasn't just small creators making mistakes.
No, it was a macro problem, a fundamental re-architecting of the web. The internet went from being this direct channel for connection to this vast competitive marketplace. Success wasn't just what you create anymore. It became about how well you learned the language of algorithms and, crucially, how you use that understanding to sort of rediscover genuine connection within that system.
Which brings us neatly to the 2020s and what some are calling, pretty provocatively, the death of the follower.
Yeah, TikTok really spearheaded that, didn't it?
Absolutely. Their For You feed just completely abandoned the traditional follow concept.
It was all about the algorithm picking the most engaging stuff for you personally.
And it worked. 1 billion users by 2021. So just like before, the other platforms had to react.
They had to compete. YouTube launched Shorts, Instagram launched Reels.
And the result? A real fading of those creator-led communities.
That's bad.
It's just much harder now for creators to reliably reach their fans.
Or build community, or even maintain a business.
Yeah, I hear creators saying all the time how tough it is now to sell show tickets or even just get their new work seen by their own audience. It's a different game.
So in this new algorithm-first world where following is less central, what does success actually look like now? Caleb Ralston, who's a strategist behind huge names like Gary Div and Alex Hormozy, he has a key insight. He says today's top creators operate on, well, he calls it insane volume.
Insane volume. Like how much?
We're talking 300 plus pieces of content per week across platforms.
300 pieces a week. Wow. Okay, Instagram stories, tweets, shorts, long-form YouTube, LinkedIn, everything.
Everything.
Just thinking about that, it sounds like instant burnout for most people. I mean, if quality is king, how do you produce that much without it all being, well, rubbish?
It does sound counterintuitive at first, doesn't it? But Caleb reframes it. He argues the volume isn't just about spamming feeds, it's about data acquisition.
Data acquisition. Okay, explain that.
He challenges the idea that you, the creator, automatically know what quality is for your audience.
Interesting point.
He says only your audience really knows. So by putting out more volume, especially early on, you learn much, much faster what they actually find valuable and engaging. You're essentially running hundreds of tiny experiments constantly.
Ah, okay, so it's like a rapid feedback loop. Volume equals learning speed.
Precisely. And this leads to what Caleb calls his accordion method.
The accordion method, I like that.
You intentionally expand your volume, like an accordion bellows, to gather all that data. Then you contract your effort, focusing only on the types of content that performed best.
So say you were making 14 okay-ish posts a week.
Right. You take the learnings from that high volume phase, and then you funnel that same effort into maybe 7 really effective posts, the ones you know resonate. It's a continuous refinement process driven by actual audience feedback.
That makes a lot of sense. And it connects really well with what Mr. Beast says, too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, his famous line.
Your first video is not going to get views. Your first 100 are going to suck.
Brutal honesty.
But effective. His whole point is stop overthinking. Just get to work. Start uploading. And the goal, he says, is improve something every single time.
The script, editing, your voice, the thumbnail.
Infinite ways to improve. That relentless iteration seems key.
And what's fascinating here is how these ideas blend the whole quality versus quantity debate. Mr. Beast really hammers on making the best videos possible. He argues for small YouTubers, fewer super good videos are better than lots of average ones.
He thinks great content forces the algorithm's hand eventually.
Right, but Caleb suggests that initial volume is what helps you figure out what good even is for your specific audience.
So volume informs quality.
Exactly. It's a feedback loop. Quantity leads to data. Data refines your definition of quality. Then you focus your effort there. You're not just guessing what's good, you're learning what actually moves your audience.
Okay, let's get tactical then. Because once you've made something great, people need to find it. Dan, the creator, points out something interesting. Even your video file name should match your title for SEO. Apparently, YouTube uses that data.
Huh, didn't know that. Makes sense, though. Every bit of data helps the algorithm.
But the big ones, according to both Dan and Mr. Beast, are your title and thumbnail. They are the single most important things, especially if you don't have an audience yet.
Absolutely critical. They're the first impression.
But Beast goes deep on titles, says they need to be intrinsically interesting, create urgency, make people feel like they have to watch.
And short, right, under 50 characters.
Yeah, under 50 characters so they don't get cut off on phones or sidebars. You need to see the whole hook.
Makes sense.
And he notes, interestingly, that more extreme opinions can boost clicks.
But, and this is a big but,
Right. Only if the content absolutely delivers on that bold promise. Otherwise, you lose trust instantly.
clickbait that doesn't deliver is death.
Totally. And for thumbnails, both Dan and Mr. Beast stress simplicity and, maybe most importantly, curiosity.
Curiosity is key.
Mr. Beast wants them to evoke emotion, make viewers wonder what happened if they don't click. He literally pictures people lying in bed, unable to forget that thumbnail.
That's dedication to the craft.
It is. And Dan suggests creating 3 different thumbnails so the algorithm can A/B test them.
Oh, that's smart. Let the data decide.
Yeah, and he even recommends AI tools like 1 of 10 for inspiration, looking at what's working on viral videos.
Okay, but here's a really crucial insight from Mr. Beast, especially for YouTube now.
Go on.
The first 5 to 30 seconds of the video itself are massively undervalued.
More than the thumbnail.
Well, with autoplay features, that thumbnail hook can become almost irrelevant once the video starts playing silently. You need to visually convince people to unmute and commit within those first few seconds.
Ah, the visual hook in the video.
Exactly. Match the title thumbnail promise immediately, then exceed it quickly to minimize that early drop-off. He reckons that reducing drop-off even slightly in those first 30 seconds can mean millions more views, because once someone's invested, they're likely to stay.
Wow, millions of views difference. That's huge. Okay, so beyond that initial hook, Dan, the creator, calls the video description an absolute goldmine for the algorithm.
A gold mine? How so?
Well, for SEO. He suggests a neat trick. Grab your video transcript, feed it to something like ChatGPT, and ask for an SEO-optimized description tailored to your audience.
Ah, so leveraging AI to pack it with relevant keywords.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah, helps the algorithm understand what the video is about and who to show it to.
And Dan also talks about deep links in descriptions, right, for boosting watch time.
Exactly, those links that send viewers to more of your stuff, like a specific playlist.
Instead of them clicking away to someone else's video in the sidebar.
Right. It keeps them in your ecosystem, bumps up your overall watch time, which YouTube loves. Dan says use clear calls to action in the video in the description to get people clicking those links.
Smart. Keep them on your channel.
Dan also gives a bunch of other practical tips. Add 3 to 5 relevant hashtags. Always add new videos to playlists.
Playlists are underrated, I think.
Totally. Use best for viewer, end screens. He finds those work better than giving too many options. And here's a weird one. Set your video to private or unlisted for 2 to 24 hours before you launch it.
Why?
To give the algorithm time to process it, gather initial data, figure out who the ideal audience is before it goes public.
Huh. Okay, pre-warming the algorithm. Interesting.
Yeah, and then there are post-upload strategies too.
Like subtitles?
Exactly. Adding multilingual subtitles easy now with auto captions and auto translate can really help keep foreign viewers engaged if English isn't their first language.
That makes sense. Wider audience retention.
And a slightly cheeky one, rewatching your own video from a different support account right after launch for a little legal engagement boost.
Ah, the first view strategy. Gets the ball rolling.
That's the ball rolling. And crucially, linking your new long-form videos from all your relevant shorts. Huge for cross-promotion.
Or using AI tools like Nexus clips to slice up long videos into potentially viral shorts.
Right.
Maximizing reach.
Right. It's a whole ecosystem you need to manage. So, given all this, the volume, the algorithms, the optimization, how do you possibly avoid burnout and build something sustainable, a real brand?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
Well, Caleb Ralston offers his brand journey framework concisely for this, to ensure intentionality.
Okay, a framework. How does it work?
You basically reverse engineer from your end goal. Start with the outcome you want, then ask, what do I need to be known for to get there? Then, what do I need to do? And finally, what do I need to learn?
Ah, so it forces you to be deliberate, right? Avoids just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks, which you might end up hating later.
Exactly. Prevents building a brand around random stuff you resent, which is a fast track to burnout.
Okay, what about the whole niche down debate? Everyone says you have to niche down to grow.
It definitely helps, especially early on. But Caleb suggests more of an 80-20 rule.
80/20.
Yeah, 80% core topic, but 20% on related ancillary interests. Things that make you an interesting human, you know?
Like Joe Rogan, maybe?
Mhm.
Here's a huge range.
And kind of like that, yeah, it adds dimension. And he also advises new creators, don't posture as an expert right away. Share your learning journey.
Oh, I like that. Be vulnerable.
Exactly. Help others avoid the mistakes you're making as you figure things out. Builds real connection and trust.
And the idea of repetition comes up again with Caleb, which feels counterintuitive sometimes.
Right. We feel like we always need new stuff.
Yeah. But he says get comfortable saying the same core ideas over and over in different ways.
So not just re-uploading old stuff.
No, platforms might penalize that. It's about using stories, repackaging concepts for different platforms, different contexts.
So a viral tweet becomes an Instagram graphic, then a short video, then maybe a long YouTube deep dive.
Exactly. Same core message,
Mm.
tailored for each platform and audience segment. Smart repetition.
That makes sense. And connecting Caleb's framework back to Jack Conte's vision.
Mhm.
Both seem to really emphasize focusing on depth of connection, right? Investing in those true fans.
Absolutely. Email lists, for instance.
Mhm.
Conte says they're super, super important for that direct access, especially now algorithms mediate so much.
Yeah, getting people off the platform and onto your list is gold.
And Caleb suggests offering massive value like a free course or a huge guide in exchange for that email, because it is a big ask to get someone to leave Instagram or YouTube for your list.
You have to make it worth their while. It shows how valuable that direct line is.
So, okay, all this content, this trust building,
Yeah.
how does it actually translate to making a living? The bottom line.
Caleb has a great take on this. He says educational content specifically scales trust.
Trust is the currency.
Exactly. Trust is the currency that precedes the transaction. He recommends intentionally pairing your brand with success stories from clients, community members, whoever benefits from your work.
So people start associating you with their potential success.
Well, precisely. That's the ultimate goal. And interestingly, he suggests keeping direct sales pitches mostly for paid content. Organic content should be primarily give, building that trust battery over time.
Give, then ask. Okay.
Now, operating at this kind of level, especially with that insane volume we talked about, it's rarely a solo gig, right?
Definitely sounds like it needs a team.
Yeah, Caleb emphasizes that top creators rely on teams as amplifiers of their vision. And his advice on hiring is interesting. Hire based on bottlenecks?
Bottlenecks, meaning
Meaning figure out what's slowing you down the most. Is it editing? Idea generation? Scheduling? Hire someone specifically to solve that bottleneck. Don't just build a standard org chart.
practical. Solve the immediate problem.
Right. And he breaks down the pros and cons. Agencies are good for learning fast. Contractors are great for experimenting without big commitment. Full-time employees build culture and loyalty. It's about finding the right fit for your stage. Building the machine.
Building the machine. I like that. And what about finding inspiration? How do you stay fresh without just copying everyone in your space?
Crucial question. Caleb's advice here is sharp. Don't look primarily at the top creators in your own niche.
Really? Why not?
Because that just leads to duplication. You end up being, at best, number 2.
So where should you look?
Look to other industries. Video game creators, he says, are constantly innovating YouTube formats that could be adapted anywhere. Look outside your bubble for fresh packaging and formats.
Interesting. Steal like an artist, but from further afield.
Basically, yeah. And he also highlights LinkedIn, surprisingly, as a current opportunity.
LinkedIn? Really?
Yeah. Says the organic reach is still really strong there, and there's a big chance to stand out by just showing up as a fucking human, as he puts it, amidst all the corporate speak and, increasingly, AI content. Authenticity cuts through.
Authenticity on LinkedIn. Okay, that's a take.
And from a strategic view, podcasting itself, what we're doing now, is incredibly powerful for building that trust and community.
Yeah, it feels more intimate, doesn't it?
It does. And the ROI for advertising can be huge, sometimes like $4 back for every dollar spent. Plus, there's still room for innovation, especially with video podcasts, shorts integration.
And collaborations are key too, right? But you need to be careful.
Absolutely. Strategic collaborations are valuable, but you have to really audit who you partner with. Your audience will associate you with whoever you appear alongside. Brand alignment is crucial for maintaining that hard-won trust.
Good point. Your reputation by association. So ultimately, all these strategies, frameworks, tactics, they kind of bring us back to Mr. Beast, don't they? His almost inhuman dedication.
Yeah, reinvesting every penny, working constantly, thinking in decades.
He admits it's not for everyone, that he has intense mental breakdowns from the pressure.
It's an extreme example.
But his core message remains simple, doesn't it? For him, everything you want as a creator comes from making the best videos possible and thumbnails.
Back to basics in a way. Master the fundamentals.
So, wow, we've covered a huge amount in this deep dive.
Yeah.
From like the early magic of the subscribe button
All the way to data-driven volume strategies.
and the absolute importance of deep connection in this algorithm-heavy world. The whole landscape of online creativity, it's complex, no doubt about it.
It really is.
But those underlying principles, understanding your audience, delivering quality, building trust, they still seem paramount, don't they?
They really do. They're the bedrock, even as the platforms shift around them.
Okay, so as you, listening, navigate this constantly changing digital world, maybe here's a final thought to chew on.
Yeah, something provocative.
In this age where algorithms dictate so much and connection feels different, what if the true measure of success isn't just reach, not just how many eyes you get?
What if it's about depth?
Exactly. What if it's about how deeply you manage to make just one person feel seen or understood or inspired to actually do something?
That shifts the focus.
What does it really mean for you to make beautiful things, things that genuinely excite you, even if they don't perfectly game the latest algorithm or chase the biggest view count?
A powerful question to end on. What truly matters in your own creative journey?